Okay, what I want to talk about today is the Summoner's War Lost Centuria game that's coming out. And what you're looking at here is the first look on their website. There's some interesting things going on here. A lot of it is really will be familiar to Summoner's War players. It kind of feels like Summoner's War Light to me, but just based on what they've said. We haven't seen a ton yet, but it's real time. So here's an example. Go ahead and pause it. Here's an example. It's 8 on 8. The positioning of your characters matter, frontline versus backline. And then they said the battles last like 2 minutes. Each character only has one skill, so this is your Chasun, I guess. She has one skill. Your Kamoon, one skill. Kind of interesting. Kind of dumbs down our knowledge of the monsters a little bit, and I mean, we've all internalized that, so I don't know if that's good or bad. It just depends on if it's fun, and I'm not sure if it's fun yet. They're talking about targeting here, which I think is interesting. You can adjust how you want certain monsters to target your opponents, basically frontline, backline, if you're targeting them based off of high attack or whatever. So that's another kind of a point where you can kind of customize your play. Here's the example here. So I guess what you do is you collect the monsters, kind of like you do in Summoner's War. You set them up in frontline, backline, and you adjust how they're going to target. There's also runes, but runes are really limited. Let's see if we can find the runes thing. This is where they talk about each thing only has one skill, which is like, it's okay, but I don't know. I don't know if that dumbs it down a little bit. So here's the runes. There's only 3 runes. You can see it's still got crit rate, crit damage, the energy effect. They said they didn't want rune farming to be as big a deal, which, if there's runes, I feel like rune farming is going to be a big deal. Like, it's the only thing that's setting you apart from your opponent other than monsters. So I'm assuming it's like a real-time gacha game, is my guess. There's not a ton of details out there. They said, like, here, we don't want runes to play a huge role. Make an environment where users can focus more on battles and rune farming. So I guess, to me, that feels like Summoner's War Light, right? Like, we farm runes 24/7 to play a couple hours of RTA a week. Me. Some people play a lot more RTA. The other thing that I think is kind of interesting, maybe good, maybe bad, is that they say they want the summoner to have a couple of different spells. This is the part that I think makes it Summoner's War Light. If you're losing, you have access to different spells than if you're winning. So that's a catch-up mechanic that doesn't exist in Summoner's War, because if you're winning, you just win more and like stomp them down. So to me, any sort of catch-up mechanic like that, it's kind of like Mario Kart, where you're behind and you get the blue shell and suddenly you can catch up. Not really something I generally enjoy. You know, if in theory, if you went through the strategy, you picked correctly, you ruined them correctly, you should win and not get, killed by a random catch-up mechanic. The other thing that might be interesting is the timing aspect. So, like, you've got these 4 monsters here, and they each have one skill. You know what they are. You have to time them at just the right time. And there's some examples of that. Like, they show a Wusa at one point that puts up immunity and a shield. So I guess your knowledge of your opponent's monsters will help you know when to play those skills. I don't know. The gameplay, let's see, there's a gameplay one here that they posted. And all it is 2 minutes of 8 on 8 monsters doing some stuff that we know. I think the character pictures are nice. I like the way Mav looks. I like the way Chloe looks. The 3D models, I don't think, hold up great when you see them close up. They're not bad from this distance, but like close up, we're so used to Summoner's War, Summoner's War models, that they look funky, like not okay. Like I don't like them yet. Maybe they'll grow on me, or maybe that'll change. I don't know. I think what's interesting about this game is that as Summoner's War players, we all have a leg up on kind of what things do, which I think is good. I don't know. I want to play the beta, whether I can or not, I don't know. But I want to try it and see if it's worth playing. I kind of get what's going on. I see what they're saying. I just don't know if it's fun, which I guess you got to get your hands on it to see. It looks okay. There's not a lot of like interaction between the sides. They just sit on their own side and do stuff. But I think a lot of it will come down to, what is the overarching story, if there is one? What is the point of fighting these 8 on 8 battles? Like, are you working towards some sort of reward? And, is the reward worth it or fun? So I don't know. So yeah, to summarize, I don't know. But, kind of giving you a sense of what I've kind of figured out just from looking at a couple of these things. It's hard to say. it's an interesting idea. It's clearly something they feel passionate about to put it out and give it a try. So yeah, we'll just have to see when it comes out if it's worth all the hype. I mean, I'm partial to Summoner's War because I can play it in the background a lot and then dig deep into it when I want, like to do TOA Hell or something like that. I don't know that I want another pocket kind of Summoner's War-ish thing where runes are not the focus. Like, I like the grinding of Summoner's War. If I want to play like an active game that I'm in front of, I'm probably playing my Switch or PlayStation or Xbox. So I don't know. We will see. We'll see. What do you guys think? I've watched this trailer. I'm interested. I want to try it, but I'm not. It's not like one of those games where you see it and you're like, yes, I'm playing that for sure. Done. I don't even care. It's not that. So I need more information. So I'm curious what you guys think. What you're thinking about this? If you think it's worth it, or you're not sure, or something I'm missing that clearly makes it outstanding. So let me know in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody.